Hi, boys and girls. Here it is Tuesday, and it's lesson 148, your next to last lesson. This is your very last math test today, so do your very best. Put those thinking caps on, get those numbers floating through your mind, make sure you write neatly. We're going to follow directions. Mrs. Kraft is going to give you problems for number 1 and number 2. Follow along carefully, and then we'll talk about the rest of the paper. Okay, find your paper if you need to hit the pause button, or maybe you're already ready to go. Nice job. Okay, let's get working along and get this test done. Last one. Senior Bob, he thinks you will do all right. He says, go. Well, really, he says, you are marvelous. Mrs. Kraft thinks you're marvelous at math also. Okay, number 1, letter A. Write the answer for 16 minus 8. 16 minus 8. If I go too fast, hit the pause button. Letter B, 5 plus 9. 5 plus 9. Letter C, 9 plus 8. 9 plus 8. Letter D, 11 minus 2. 11 minus 2. I know in class we go much slower than this. Mrs. Kraft will be walking around and looking to make sure everybody's filling in answers. That's why you can hit that pause button, Mom, and you can work that out, okay? Letter E, 7 plus 8. 7 plus 8. And letter F, it has 3 numbers. Are you ready? 2 times 4 minus 6. 2 times 4 minus 6. Okay, got those all done? Go down to letter B. I'm going to give you 4 numbers to write, A, B, C, and D. Remember, if I go too fast, hit that pause button. Okay, the first one I want you to write a mixed number. Write the mixed number for 9 1/2. 9 1/2. Letter B. This number has 4 numbers. 6,034. 6,034. Letter C, we're going way higher. It has 5 numbers. You ready? 21,300. 21,300. And our last one is money. Don't forget what money needs. Needs something important in the front, something important in the middle. Okay, here we go. $59.09. $59.09. Okay, got all those done? If you need, you can go back and listen again. Can Mommy give you the answers? Senior Bob, Mrs. Kraft, we say, no way, Jose. That's right. You have those answers in your mind. Use your pencil. Write them to your best of your ability. Okay, number 3. Let's talk about what's going to happen next. Oops, sorry about shaking the table. Number 3, round to the nearest 10. You're going to look at 51. What number, remember it's going to end in a 0, is 51 closest to? I can't give you clues today. 17 and 25. You're going to do this on your own. Look at number 3. Number 3 says write the sums and differences. That means there's adding and subtracting. Work carefully across. Work carefully across. Yes, when these last 2, there is borrowing. Make sure you knock next door. Look carefully. Check to see who needs to borrow. Borrow, and then do your subtracting. Okay, let's turn over to the back. On the top, on the back, you have to estimate the sums. We did that yesterday some, and the day before even we talked about estimating 17 plus 9. So I have to think what 17 is closer to, what 9 is closer to. Remember, they always end in 0. Add those 2 numbers together. Can you write them above them? Sure can. Then pick the answer right here. You don't have to put in the blank. You at least have to color it in. So remember, you're going to look at the number, write it above. What is it closest to? Ends in a 0. Same for 9, ends in a 0. And then you're going to add those 2 numbers together and give me the sum. Same over here for 49 and 32. What's that number closest to? It's going to end in a 0. What's 32 closest to? It's going to end in a 0. Add those two numbers together and color in the answer for me. You got that? Okay. I hope you watched our video this morning about time. We practiced a lot of time because it's on our test. If you were listening, you know the trick. Okay, the first clock is set for you. It says, write the times, set the clocks. They're working across. It says, the first clock, I can't tell you what time it is because you have to tell me. Then it says 2 hours later. Think about what you're going to move to find out 2 hours. I can't tell you, but I hope you know the answer. You're going to write the time and then set the hands on the clock. This one on the blue or purpley color clock, tell me the time it is. We're going 1/2 hour earlier. Ooh, half hour. Which hand am I going to move? Half hour equals how many minutes? I can't tell you. And then you're going to set the clock and tell me the time again. Okay? You got that. Let's do number 7. We have to do number 7 together because it's a listening exercise. Mrs. Kraft is going to read. You listen. Okay. Are you ready? I need to turn my page. Okay, here we go. Number 7. Write the answer to the listening skill. Do your computation or your adding or subtracting or multiplying, whatever you're doing, in the box. I have to see work in this box. See the mules? Make sure I see some numbers in the box so I know how you got your answer. If you don't give me any numbers, you're going to miss 4 points. So make easy money. Give me numbers, okay? Here we go. Are you ready? I'll say it 2 times. Braden and Caden each took 8 pictures on the mule ride to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. How many pictures did both boys take? Braden and Caden each took 8 pictures on the mule ride to the bottom of the canyon. How many pictures did both boys take? So you do your work in that box for me, then write the answer on the line. Okay, you don't have to label it today. They already have the word pictures there for you. If you need to hear it again, Mommy can play back and you can hear it again. This didn't take any time at all for me to explain it. But here's the key. Here's what I really want you to hear today. I want you to take your time and work carefully. Don't fly through this because guess why? When Mrs. Kraft sees a part that's missing, that you went by so fast and forgot to answer, which some people are doing, I can't hand it back to you the next day and say, hey, you forgot to give me that answer. Because when you give me this paper on May 15th, when everything is due, guess what? I can't come back and say, you forgot to do the whole clock section. You forgot to add and subtract. You forgot to borrow. Mrs. Kraft can't say any of that to you. This is your only chance. So I want you to think carefully. I want you to work carefully. Check your work. Turn it over on the back. Check your work. When you get it all done, thumbs up. Can Mommy give you answers? No way. Nobody can give you answers. This is only your answers. It's only Calvin, Lucas, Hunter, Caleb, Benjamin, Kellen, Madison, Roman, Brady, Adeline, Ella, Gwen, Abel, Kendall, and Layla's answers. Those are the only people who can give me answers. That's you. Senor Bob and I, we know you've got the answers, so do your best job. Okay, adios. Bye.